And welcome back, folks. You're listening live to South Florida Business Today Show, and I'm your host, Anthony Molino. And it is time for your favorite segment, which is Art Talk with the lovely and talented Susana Baker. Hello, Susana.
Good morning, Anthony. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. As my dad would say, any day above the ground is a good day.
It certainly is, and it's a wonderful weather. It's perfect for all the visitors that we have out of the 12 million. I felt bad for those that were here 2 weeks ago because, reminded me I was in Seattle, not Miami. So the sun is shining. It's a great week in the arts. We're super excited. We have the lovely and talented Leanne Lester. Good morning.
Good morning, Susana. Good morning.
It's so great to have you. Every year when I have you on my show, I know it's going to be a great week in the arts because not only as the founder of the Seafair, the only mega yacht floating, and guys, Arttalk listeners in the South Florida Business Today, if you have not visited the Seafair, shame on you. It is gorgeous. Leanne does these wonderful fairs every single year. There's several. And Leanne, tell us about, which I can't believe it crept right under me. This Thursday is the preview for me.
Yes, it's our 5th annual Miami International Art Fair. And as you know, we were the founders of the original Art Miami. And this actually follows the same dates in the same weekend that we started the fair 25 years ago. So we're actually celebrating our 25th year. But we're really excited to announce this year that Seafair will be used for, this will be the last fair that we will have on the Seafair, and now will be committed to daily art tours and Seafair shop boutiques. So you'll be able to tour the entire Biscayne Bay on Seafair 5 and 6 days a week, both to the public and on private events. Next year, the Miami International Art Fair will expand into the new Waterside Pavilion, which if anybody drives by Bayfront, you will see a very large tent going up. This is a 60,000 square foot column-free tent that will be surrounding the Claude Pepper or the Noguchi Fountain, and we'll inaugurate it on February the 13th for the Miami Art and Design Show. And then it will return permanently every season starting in December with Miami Modern during Art Basel. And then it will continue, and it will be up for 3.5 months. And Miami International Art Fair will be there next January in 2015, as well as the Miami Art and Design, and a number of other cultural events through the city and through the cultural institutions of South Florida.
Let me pick up my jaw from the floor, because honestly, I am totally what you have just said is amazing. I have not had the privilege, but you showed me on your cell phone the pictures, and it's amazing. 60,000 square feet of a circular tent, column-free.
Yes, it was a very creative idea that Ted Aronson and his wife had about 9 years ago. They actually created this for their Young Arts Association, and it was a tent used once for this event, and it's been in storage ever since. And actually, when they took it out of storage, they realized that it probably wouldn't stand the temperatures of long-term use. So actually, Universal Event Star actually built a new tent for us, and this is a superstructure that will now remain. It'll remain this month up until Ultra, and then it will be reconstructed again this coming December for 3.5 months.
Oh my God, how exciting this is. Well, let's talk about the MIA. I understand this year you have 30 galleries?
Yes, we do. We have galleries from all over the world: China, Beijing, Shanghai.
You have a London gallery showing an Italian artist sculpture, very famous.
Absolutely. One Halcyon gallery, a very, very well-known gallery on Bond Street, represents Lorenzo Quinn, who just happens to be the son of Anthony Quinn.
Anthony Quinn. I love his work.
But he actually is a very creative spirit and has been a force in Spain as a public sculpture artist. He has been commissioned to do over 200 major sculptures throughout Italy and Spain. He lives in Barcelona. He actually was raised by his mother, who was separated after a number of years from Anthony, and was raised in Rome. So he's quite a unique spirit.
His art, his sculptures are amazing. How he plays with gravity and movement with the big balls and the scarf and the woman. And I mean, they're large, they're gorgeous sculptures, and definitely a treat for anyone to if you want to see Lorenzo Quinn. I mean, just that alone is worth the trip to the Seafair. I love his work.
He'll be part of our Meet the Artist series on a daily basis. We'll have 5 to 10 artist receptions.
At what time does that start?
They start at 3 o'clock every day until 10 p.m. And then a real treat for our collectors will be on this coming Saturday night at 10 p.m. Gangway goes up, and we go on an art cruise for 2 hours with all of our artists. And the theme that evening will be Argentina, because we host 6 galleries from Argentina. So we'll have Argentine music, tango, and Argentine wine, of course, and food.
And that's this Saturday night?
This Saturday.
What time does it leave from the Bayfront
the
Park?
gangplank is up at 10 o'clock, and we'll be leaving the dock about 10:30. But we do have to warn you, it is going to get a little chilly this weekend, so the party will take place both on the sky deck for those with warmer clothes, and then on the VIP lounge downstairs for those who want to dance and have a lot of fun with their friends.
I'm so excited. I feel like I've just, I'm happy. I'm going to run out and do my invites for my VIPs, for my Arttalk listener who's ever listening. Please go to, tell them your website so they can find out more information for tickets as well.
www.IFAE. That's India Frank Apple Edward. And by the way, you should take a look around. We're going to have some very unique items. The sculpture is our major theme this year in both our Miami show and Palm Beach. We're going to have something, artist has just arrived from Poland, and he has engineered these fabulous sculptures that actually hang from the trees. They're called balancing sculptures. They're kinetic, and he's going to actually connect cables between the trees, and the sculptures will be riding along these cables. So when you're walking through Bayfront Park, look up. You're going to see some very exciting and unusual pieces of sculpture. But of course, we have wonderful painters. We have wonderful
you have Rafael Barrios, too.
Yes, we have Barrios, who just, as you know, finished a major exhibition on New York City's Park Avenue, as well as a number of other museum exhibitions. So we have really a wonderful treat for both art lovers, sea lovers, and just art aficionados. If you feel that you haven't explored the art scene here in South Florida, in Seafair and Miami International, will give you a great, quick glimpse of what's going on and what's really important to see.
For my Arttalk listener, Leanne Lester, along with David Lester, tried to do one thing that they were not successful at. I think it's the only thing that they're not successful at, which was retiring. And we're very happy that they didn't. When you sold the fairs, which are at Miami and in conjunction several fairs, they decided to retire and sell these fairs. And they lasted about 1 month in Nova Scotia.
Well, about a year.
About a year? Okay.
Yes. We flunked retirement. We even tried, we moved to Naples in a beautiful retirement community, and quite frankly,
you must have went crazy there.
We loved it, and we couldn't head back to Miami fast enough. And now we live in a beautiful 35th floor condo in One Miami, and I try to at least set aside one night a week to have dinner with my husband, because that's about the only time I can squeeze it in. And between Wynwood Art Walks and of course now the Perez Museum.
Yes.
And I'm a real film aficionado, so there's just wonderful films here. It's just
the
books.
Art scene is
It's
so
just
amazing.
even books and books. Just gives us a great glimpse into what great people are thinking here. And as a native of San Francisco, I love multicultural communities. I've always lived in a community where I've been basically a minority. So for me, this is just really like coming home.
Well, I have to tell you, we are really happy to have you. Miami is blessed with visionaries like yourself, and the commitment and passion to the arts. Leanne, you are so I mean, you're so giving, you're so humble, you're so generous, and we love that about you. I was just talking to Elizar Delgado and Sean McCormick. There's not one person that doesn't say, wow, you're always thinking how to help other art districts, how to make the synergy happen, how to create that buzz, and absolutely your jaw-dropping ship, the Seafair, the only floating mega yacht. If you haven't seen it, take advantage, folks. It opens up on January 17th through the 20th with that fabulous meet and greet art cruise Saturday night leaving at 10 p.m. TheArtExperiences.com will have a flyer on its website. We will post some of the special events and hours, and we'll also create for our art collectors and our VIPs a special signature night and sparkling wines to do the preview and also the Saturday night. So look forward to theartexperiences.com. Leanne Lester, we love you. Once again, visit the MIA. And if you had to say something to our folks as we say goodbye.
I would say this is a great weekend to come downtown, explore not only MIA, the Perez Museum, Bayfront Park Sculpture Exhibition. We have art studios at the McCormick Place. It's going to be a really exciting weekend. Park your cars, get on your feet, let's walk around and watch Miami grow.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Well, thank
Leanne
you. Thank you for
Lester.
being on the show.
Thanks.
All right, folks, you've listened to your